What's going on, my people? Running on CP time just a little bit. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. Alright. We's about to get started. Mic check 1 2 1 2. We in there. Alright, I was a little bit on CP time, but we about to get it popping. What's going on, everybody? Everybody, don't mind me if I'm looking down. We got notes. We like to be prepared. You feel me? We're gonna make this a professional operation. Moving on. Who am I? I am Bree, the giver of free game. What it do? How we doing? How y'all feeling today? Hi, baby mama. Twanita. Okay, I'm sorry I got distracted. That's my baby, y'all. All right, I'm Bree, giver of free game. How we doing today? How we feeling? I am feeling amazing. Y'all like my setup? This is my podcast area. We official. We real. 2 cameras going on that thing, too. Hi, where y'all can find me at? Y'all obviously know where to find me at on Facebook. On IG, my name is Just Queenin, JUS_KWEEIN. No, KWEENIN. Follow me. Don't leave me yet, y'all. No, I'm fucking with you. All right. Oh, I just cuss, but I was going to get there. So, yeah, I do cuss. This is not a show for children. Parental advisory. Please be advised. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be me. I do cuss, okay? Use a little slang here and there, too. You feel what I'm saying? Now, my brand, the Black Plain Jane, in case you didn't know, got the website, blackplainjane.com. I'm on Podbean for the podcast. It won't be up until an hour after this live. So every time I do my podcast show, you can catch the audio version on podbean.com, the FreeGameAlert podcast. That's the name of the show on there. I'm going to put all the links in the description. I'm going to put all the links in the post after we done shooting this live or whatever. The Black Plain Jane, because less is more. So basically my mission is to show another side. Not all of us bad bitches, you understand? Not all niggas with money buy flashy shit. Some of them got things that appreciate in value with time, property, land, homes. You understand what I'm saying? Just because you see a motherfucker walking around and they not dripping with the diamonds and they ain't got on name brand don't mean they ain't got no money. That's what I want to show y'all. I want to show y'all as many facets, as many different ways that people walk about this earth. Everybody ain't no bad bitch. Everybody ain't no Barbie. Some of us are plain Janes. I'm one of them. But hey, less is more if you work it right. You feel me? You feel me? All right. So to those of y'all who feel what I'm saying, to those of y'all who don't fit in those boxes that's already set up, those boxes that they put us in as a race, as a people. If you rocking with me on that and you like, I don't fit into none of that shit, this might be for you. Let's start our own community. You understand? We can do some online shit. We could be an online community until we all get our money right. You feel me? We're going to get there, though. That's for a different episode. What else we want to talk about? Oh, the podcast. Just a quick little breakdown on what's going to happen. We just going to talk some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to drop some gems. I'm going to go into detail and explain certain things y'all done heard me say on those videos on Instagram. Because a lot of the shit I say, people hit my inbox like, well, what you mean? What do that mean? What do this word mean? Why do you say this instead of that? This is where you're going to catch the details. This is where I'm going to break it down in full. You got any questions? Shoot me a comment, shoot me an email, whatever. We're going to talk about it. Anything you want to know, ask about it. I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm going to give you my perspective. I don't know everything, but I know enough. And I'm still learning. And I'm open to receiving new information. So if you got that, holla at me. Let's link. Let's talk. I ain't like that. I ain't trying to get on, what you say on Paid in Full? I ain't trying to get on the stage. I ain't trying to have niggas hating. I want everybody to eat. You feel me? That's all I'm on. But I guess, ain't no guess. I was told by my spirit guides, by the Most High, God, Jesus, the ancestors, whatever you want to call them, that this is the way I'm going to find like minds. It's hard finding like minds when you an introverted type of person. I don't get out. I don't go out. That's not my style. That's not my swag. No diss to anybody who do. I'd rather not. I'd rather be at home. I'd rather be with a small group of people that I know than be around a bunch of motherfuckers that I don't. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I'm an energy person. I feel energy. That's my gift and my curse. I read energy. I feel your energy. It's not no hocus pocus psychic type shit. It ain't nothing like that. My intuition's just stronger than the average person. I know how to listen to it. I know how to tap into it. So I can feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had to get up out the DMV. For those of you who follow me on IG or know what the fuck I'm talking about, know I used to work at the DMV and I left that motherfucker. That's why. I'm an energy person and I had to protect my spirit. I can't go somewhere 5 days a week, 8 to 9 hours a day, and just have waves of negativity and ignorance slap my ass. That wasn't for me. So, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about on this podcast. It's just, like the name say, free game alert. Handing out free game. They say the game to be sold, not told, but I feel like the game should be free. The details on how to play that motherfucker. The rules of the game is what you got to pay for. But catching the game should be free. That's my opinion, and that's how we going to rock it. Yeah. So let's jump in. Today, basically, I just want to break down my vocab. I want to break down how I move, why I say the things I say, why I use certain words and why I don't use certain words, just so as we move forward together, as we grow together in this podcast journey, y'all understand what the fuck I'm talking about. We can all be on the same page, you know what I'm saying? And if not the same page, at least the same book. You feel me? All right. Woo. That's what we're talking about. And if you missed it, I keep looking down because we reading notes. I'll ramble real quick and I don't want to just be rambling. Hi, cousin Latoria. How you doing, babe? Don't be sorry, boo. You know I'll just be rambling. You ain't missed nothing. I just gave my intro. But you be following me on IG, so you already know. All right. You know what I want to do first and foremost? I want to go into why y'all don't hear me saying God. Why y'all hear me referring to the Supreme Being as the Most High. Now, a couple years ago, I couldn't even put a number on it. If I had to guess, I would say like 6 years ago when I first started like coming into this spiritual journey. And the way it happened is I was depressed. I had postpartum depression since my baby was born. Like I literally had it. I started developing postpartum depression at 6 months pregnant. 6 months, y'all. Can y'all fucking believe that? Because I saw it. I said, yo, not only am I finna have to do this by myself, me and her daddy ain't gonna last. I saw it, and it was too late to do anything about the situation but proceed, right? So after having my baby, this is, I didn't even plan this story. I didn't plan on telling y'all this, but I might as well because y'all need to hear my backstory and understand how I jumped on this journey. Because it's a wave now. It's trending. It's like, oh yeah, spirituality this, spirituality that, manifesting this, manifesting that. You know what I'm saying? It's a trend in the same sense that what the fuck was like Ugg boots was trending for a while. You feel me? It's a trend like everything trends. But a lot of people is really fucking on it. You feel me? A lot of people own it right now, and a lot of people been on it, but now it's magnifying. It's elevating to a new level for a lot of people who've been on it, such as myself. And when I'm talking, y'all, I'm a Sagittarius. So a lot of the times I be blunt as fuck, but I don't mean no harm. Ain't no disrespect intended. I'm not coming at nobody crazy. I'm not judging you. None of that. That ain't never what I'm trying to do. That's not never how I'm trying to be. I don't believe in sugar. I don't believe in putting sugar on my shit. You need to hear it raw and uncut in order for it to really penetrate through the conformity of the world, of society, of the shit you've been forced upon you, all the knowledge that's been forced on you. It got to penetrate that. That shit damn near cement. You feel me? So if I put sugar on it, you ain't gonna hear it. You ain't gonna feel me. You gonna be listening, but you ain't gonna hear it. Y'all know the difference? I said that wrong. Y'all gonna hear it, but you ain't gonna be listening. But this the difference. When you hear something, you just hear a sound vibration. You don't really know what you just heard, but you heard something like, damn, I just heard a sound. What the fuck was that? But when you listening, you catching what the fuck is going on. You following it, right? So when somebody talking to you and you like, yeah, I'm listening, and they be like, well, what the fuck I say? You can tell them what they said and give an opinion because you was really listening. You was taking it in. I need y'all to listen. I don't need y'all to hear. If you just hear to fucking hear it, you can keep it on moving, baby, because you wasting your time. Straight up. If you ain't gonna listen, this ain't for you. I'm gonna do a lot of talking, and if I get off track, y'all pull me back in because I will ramble. But that's just because I got a fucking lot to say. All right? See, I done got off track. What was I talking about? Yeah, because I have been that way. I always been a little black sheep type motherfucker, and I never fit in nowhere. What was I talking about, y'all? Damn. All I know, I remember we was talking about my daughter, daddy. I don't know how we got that far into listening and hearing. But I was saying I was depressed. And when I was coming out of that postpartum depression, my baby was about 2 or 3. I was this close to taking my life. And my daddy saw it. He said, what's wrong with you? And I told him I broke down. I was sitting outside. I don't even remember what the fuck was happening. All I know is I was zoned out to the point where I was crying and didn't even know it. It was like that. You feel me? Like, if anybody got kids, you may not have had postpartum depression, but I know you done had that feeling of like, what the fuck? Is this my life now? I'm responsible for a whole person? Am I ready for this shit? Now imagine that magnified by 10 while you feeling guilty for regretting your child while taking care of your child solo fucking Zolo. That's postpartum depression, all right? So I was going through that shit, whatever. Baby like 2 or 3. Almost committed suicide. I literally was there about to do it. About to cut my wrist, sitting in the bathtub. Vertical, not horizontal. Shit was finna be a wrap. But I couldn't. I physically fucking could not bring the blade to my arm. And that's how I knew, like, damn, God real. That's the only thing that saved my life that motherfucking day, let me tell you. So, and I say God now because back then, that's the mind frame I was in. I was calling the Supreme Being God. This is my story. This is the story if y'all just coming in. I'm talking about why I don't call the Supreme Being God. So when baby 2 or 3 years old, I almost committed suicide, stopped myself, right? Sitting outside, didn't even know I was crying. I was that zoned out. I was that disassociated. My daddy walked up on me. I was out there with my daughter. She was playing. I was sitting on the porch. He walked up on me like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, nothing. He said, what you mean you crying? I'm like, what you talking about? Then I'm like, damn, I am crying. So I broke down to him. And this is at a point where my daddy had just, and I hope he don't be mad, but you know, it is what it is. This is a point where my daddy had just got clean from, you know, doing what he did for so many years. So he had found God, and he was, you know, when a motherfucker finds something that take you out of darkness, you want to share it with everybody. So he was like, you know, talking to me, putting the word in me, gave me a Bible, made me go to church with him. That was the beginning of my spiritual journey. I thought I was going to find it in the church, but then I stepped in the church, and the energy in the church was like, no. And not no particular church. It wasn't that church is bad. I'm not saying that. I'm not disrespecting religion. I'm not disrespecting nobody's beliefs. None of that shit. I'm talking about my experience for me. This is how it happened. This is how it went down. All right. So I'm going to all these different churches, and every time I get the same feeling like this ain't where it's at. This ain't what you're looking for. And that's because the Most High had other plans for me. Now, if I had got into religion and got serious on that shit and went on that path hard, full throttle, like I've been doing on this spiritual ascension, then I just would have been stuck in that conformist mind of religion. And it ain't nothing wrong with that again, but that's one piece of a much bigger puzzle. That's what I be trying to get people to understand. It's not that religion is bad. It's not that there's nothing wrong with it. It's just one piece. Go deeper. Add more to your repertoire. It don't just have to be Christianity. That's amazing. That's beautiful. But what else? Once you get the fundamentals of Christianity down pat, what's next? You feel me? So, moving on. So I'm going to all these different churches and I keep getting this feeling, this overwhelming feeling, this debilitating, crippling feeling like this is not where you're supposed to be. But I know I'm looking for God. I know that. I know what I felt when I couldn't bring myself to take my life. I know it was supernatural. Period. Had to be God. Wasn't nothing but. So I'm going to churches. It's not working. I'm like, all right. What else can I do? Start reading the Bible. I can't get through it. All right. What else can I read? So then I go to YouTube. I start watching videos on YouTube. I'm more of a visual learner anyway. I can read. Obviously, y'all see this fucking vocabulary. Don't play. But I'd rather watch it than read it. Or I'd rather listen to an audio book. You feel me? Because that shit start to... Y'all feel me? But anyway. So I started watching YouTube and I came across Hidden Colors. Hidden Colors is what set me on my journey. Hidden Colors #1 was so fucking mind-blowing. Every 2 minutes I was stopping that video like, wait, what? Is that real? Is that truth? I had to go look it up. And it took me down a rabbit hole. The first thing about Hidden Colors that set me on my journey to consciousness... Y'all see my fingers right, and we're going to get into why I did that with consciousness. But the first thing that set me on my conscious journey while I'm searching for God, trying to find out the purpose of life, trying to find out why the fuck I'm here and why you won't let me leave. In my mind, my baby would be okay. My granny was still here. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the thing about Hidden Colors that set me on my journey to consciousness was when they were saying how King James translated the Bible in order to manipulate control of the masses with this new world when they came over here. And I had already knew that they used the Bible back in them days to justify slavery, right? But the way they were saying it in Hidden Colors, it was like, yo, so what you trying to say? Is more to the Bible than in King James Version? And that's when I put that Bible down. Not saying I don't read it, not saying I don't believe it. All I'm saying is it's deeper than the KJV Bible that they are reading, enforcing, and teaching. That's a translation. Now, by definition, the word translation means to take from its original form and make it comprehensible for the audience you're trying to reach. So that means King James took pieces of the original manuscript, the original holy writings, the original scriptures, and translated it to say what he thought the people needed to hear at the time. Hello, monogamy. But we'll get there a different day. All right. Now, that's right. Kaiser so say he said God ain't one dimensional, so one level can't cut it. Exactly. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm new to this, y'all, so I'm talking, but I'm seeing comments. I ain't read it yet, but yeah. Yep. So he know what the fuck I'm talking about. Cause I see you. Yep. So, and that's why I gotta turn these comments off next time, cause I'll get distracted, y'all. I really will. Pull me back in if I do. What was he at? God damn it. Hot ham, ho. Here we go again. Light as the rock, bitch. Hard as a God, bitch. Alright. Sometimes I bust out in a song, sing movie quotes, whatever. I try to get myself back on track. But I was saying, religion is just one piece. Okay? The reason I don't call the supreme being God, the reason I say most high. Oh, I was talking about Hidden Colors and what set me on my consciousness journey. Mr. Roy, what's going on, brother? How you feeling? How you doing? Appreciate y'all tuning in too. I don't give a fuck if it was just me and myself and now we was gonna get this podcast popping. I was talking about hidden colors, and what set me on my consciousness journey is when they was basically breaking down the Bible, showing how, I was talking about translation. When they was breaking down the Bible, showing how it's really more to it and how they took out certain books in order to further the agenda of mind manipulation and controlling the masses. See what I'm saying? So if that's the case, and in this version of the holy book, they keep referring to the supreme being as God, it made me go look it up. I said, well, damn, what's the definition of God? By definition, and I wrote this down because I want it to be absolutely correct. By definition, Webster's, God means a deity or someone or something with a superhuman being with supernatural powers. And then that was the second definition. The first definition, because they list like 2-3 different definitions. And we gonna get into that too, how reality is perception, and one word can mean 50 fucking different things depending on your perception of the context in which that word is used. But I'm gonna get myself off track if I go there. The first definition under God was in Christianity. So they specifically referenced that particular religion as referring to the supreme being as God. All right, stay with me. So the first definition said, in Christianity, it refers to the supreme being. I'm not a Christian. So once I went and read that after watching the first Hidden Colors, I was like, so what is they saying? And in Hidden Colors, everybody know that part of Hidden Colors where they saying Jesus' name wasn't really Jesus because there wasn't no J's in the Hebrew writings, in the Hebrew alphabet back then, right? So we all knew that the Savior in the Christian religion's name wasn't even really Jesus. We know that, right? Y'all know his birthday wasn't really December, right? Y'all know it was in September. The harvest. Y'all know about December being the season of Nimrod and all this other shit. Go watch Hidden Colors. I encourage y'all. I know about 5. Somebody told me they got 7 now. I'm gonna have to go look that up. I know about the first 5. Got them motherfuckers. If you want to borrow them, let me know. But yeah. So when I went to go look that up, it blew my mind. I said, okay. So in essence, a psychic, somebody with psychic abilities, is a god because they got superhuman abilities. You feel me? They're a superhuman being. They got powers that surpass the human mind. So technically they're a god. In New York, the men call each other God. You listen to Nas and Mobb Deep. All them niggas, the conscious ones though. Back in that time, back in the era of hip hop. Before rap. We'll talk about that a different day. Y'all see how much shit I got on my mind? I be needing somebody to talk to. So in New York, the men call each other gods. And a lot of people be like, oh, that's because, that's that 5%er shit. Some of them 5%ers true. Some of them not. Some of them just got a deep level of consciousness because they studied numerous philosophies. Took what felt right to their soul and implemented it into their life. So in essence, if your skin is melanated, you're a god. Why? Because you can withstand every element of this planet without aid, without help. Main example is the sun. We the only race of people that can walk out into the sun unprotected, no chemical barrier, and not suffer no harm. We actually feel good. We actually get the vitamin D in levels that other races can't because they have to have a chemical barrier in order to step out into that sun safely. You understand what I'm saying? I was in school for medical coding and billing. And when you do anything in the medical field, even if it's on the administrative side, you got to learn like the pathologies and shit like that. So you got to learn diseases. Pathology is the study of the blood, but that's the only word I can think of right now. My point is you got to learn about a lot of different diseases and shit, right? And I went to Empire Hair School and you had to learn about like scalp and skin diseases so you can know what you're looking for when you're dealing with people's faces, hair, whatever. Excuse me, I got some hiccups, y'all. Don't mind me though. But it was showing all of these different types of skin diseases and scalp diseases. Obviously, we know about lice. Only the white folk can get that, or people with white folk hair, 6 ether hair. If you got 9 ether hair, lice can transfer to you and get stuck in there, but they don't have a likely chance of survival because we produce our own oils. Other races don't. Only beings with 9 ether hair can produce their own oils in their scalp. Like real good oils that help your hair grow and nourish it. Whereas white people, they gotta wash their hair every day. Spanish girls, they gotta wash their hair every day or every other day. Otherwise, the oil will just sit on their hair. It don't nourish their hair. It don't grow it. It sits on top of it. That's why they can not only produce lice, but they can harbor lice eggs. They hatch and all that shit. So that's just one example. But it's so many different diseases and problems that they face in their physiology because they not equipped to withstand every element of this planet like people who with melanated skin are. So in essence, you a god. I'm a god. If your skin melanated, baby, you's a god because you the only person, the only race of people who can withstand all elements. And that's why I don't call a supreme being God. How can you call the supreme being God when the definition of God is so menial? Go look it up. I encourage anything I say on this motherfucking show, anything I say on Instagram, anything I say ever, go look it up. Y'all remember Reading Rainbow? But you don't have to take my word for it. Dun-dun-dun. That's how I feel. Like, don't take my word for that shit. Go look it up. Let my words spark something in you that make you say, damn, is that true? Let me go see what this bitch talking about. I know what she talking about. You feel me? But that's why I don't use God. You see me sometimes when I reply to certain people on Facebook or Instagram, I refer to them as gods. Those are the ones who approach me like, how you doing, Earth? How you doing, God? Yeah, I see the game. I peep it. I read up on 5%ers. I studied every philosophy that ever sparked anything in me. From Christianity to the Nation of Islam, to the 5%ers, to the Black Stones, to the Vice Lords, to the GDs. I study all philosophies because I want to know. I want to know what y'all know. So when y'all come at me, I could talk game back. You feel me? I don't like being in the dark. I don't know if it's the Sagittarius in me or if that's just me personally. I don't like that shit. And I for damn sure ain't gonna speak on something I don't know what I'm talking about. I say it all the time. I don't talk because I got lips, nigga. Let's go. You feel me? All right. Now, the next topic I had, or the next vocab choice I had. Oh, I didn't tell y'all why I say Most High instead of God. I say Most High because that's the highest I can imagine. That's the highest I can go in my mind. It's the supreme being. The most supreme being. The most high up when it comes to beings. That's why I refer as Most High. And I read it somewhere. I don't remember which philosophy or which ideology, which group. That might be a 5%er thing too. I thought they called the supreme being Allah, like the nation. I'm not quite sure, but I know after I had kind of studied up on the 5%ers, I was like, they model it. It looks like it's modeled after the Nation of Islam. They just less strict as far as they women go. Like the 5%ers put they women as equals, gods. They gods and the women are earths, but they understand that it's two halves of one whole, so they look at them like equals. Whereas the nation is more so like the man is the head and the woman is the neck. You know what I'm saying? Like they need each other, but the neck just aids the head. So it's kind of like, I don't want to say behind, but y'all know how the nation go. Y'all know how that shit rock. But yeah. So that's why I say Most High instead of God. A lot of people think I'm an atheist and I don't believe in God because I don't say God. I say Most High. Like, nah. Where you get that from? Shit. I ain't never said I don't believe. I just don't reference it like you do. That don't make it wrong. Anyway, moving on. Heaven and hell. That was my next topic since we was talking about God. and the Most High. My perspective on heaven and hell is it's not a place. It's not like this place you go. Heaven ain't somewhere you can reach by doing good. Hell not somewhere you'll go or be sent by not following conditions, rules. You know what I'm saying? I believe in the philosophy of the Most High being unconditional love. Unconditional is unconditional. You can't put no conditions on it and call it unconditional. You feel me? Now, in my opinion, heaven and hell is a state of being. So it's the consequences of your action. Obviously, the good consequences will be heaven and the bad consequences will be hell. And I don't even really like saying good and bad. We'll get to that too, though. But what I'm saying is, for example, you worked all year and you didn't go out not once because you was saving to buy a house, right? The situation can go one or two ways. And this is just something simple, something menial, just so you can catch what I'm trying to say. So you work all year saving, sacrificing so you can buy this house the following year. One or two ways, heaven and hell as a state of being. This is my example. At the end of the year, you saved everything, you did your part, you go buy your dream house. That feeling you get when the keys is in your hand and the documents is signed off on and the cash is paid, that's heaven. You sowed your seeds, you nourished it throughout the year, you reaped the good from doing what you were supposed to do. The consequence of doing good, the consequence of your action, right? Now flip it. You told yourself, I'm going to save all year because I want to buy this house. You did. You saved all year. You sacrificed at the end of the year. You had a choice. You could buy your house or you can go on a trip. Instead of buying your house, you go on a trip. Then you get back from your short vacation and you right back in the same predicament you was in last year that you were saving to get out of. So now you got to spend a whole nother year in this environment that you were striving to leave. Because you chose to spend your money. You chose to sow seeds, and instead of nourishing it, you just covered it up and said, oh, that motherfucker gonna bud next year. That's hell. The consequences of that action, that feeling you get where you like, damn, I should have bought that motherfucking house. I spent all that money. I did all that sacrifice and all that saving for a whole fucking year and went on a trip for 2 weeks. Now I gotta start over. That's hell. You feel me? Riding with your nigga say, yo, I'm about to pull up to this store right quick. Hop in the driver's seat. When I come out, start it up, pull off. You know what the fuck that mean. You gonna ride with him or you gonna hop the fuck out and say, nah, nigga, I got shit to live for. I need my freedom. Or you gonna ride. Heaven and hell. That's just my opinion. I can't fathom the Most High saying, I love you unconditionally. You my child. But if you don't follow these rules and commandments, I'm striking your ass down. I can't fathom that. That don't sit right with my spirit. So that's not the message I was given with heaven and hell. I was told that was misinterpreted in the Holy Scriptures. The concept of heaven and hell. See, people take the Bible literally. The Bible ain't supposed to be literal. Them Holy Scriptures ain't supposed to be literal. They parables. You hear me? That's why Yahweh spoke in parables. Jesus, if that's what you call him. Throughout the whole book, he spoke in parables. Not once was it a direct answer, because if everybody gave you the answer, how the fuck you gonna critically think and find yourself? How you gonna look inside yourself and find the answers and realize, oh shit, God is in me. I am he is me. If somebody giving you the answers. So the concept of heaven and hell was terribly misconstrued. They're not literal places. They states of being. It's a state of being, y'all. Most High not gonna give you rules and regulations like you in fucking HOC. That's the House of Corrections if you don't know. It ain't like that. Walk on this line, put your hands behind your back, be quiet until you get to the cell. Lights out, lights on. It ain't like that. That's not what it was meant to be. The 10 Commandments wasn't meant to be restrictions. It was meant to be a guideline. I'm going to give you these tools. I'm going to give you some guides. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you some notes, some suggestions to spark what your soul already know. That's what that thou shalt not kill. Who the fuck don't feel that in their soul? Who don't? Like, if that was the case, if it was that smooth and nobody felt like that was wrong in their spirit, we'd all be killing motherfuckers. Wouldn't be no fights. Motherfuckers wouldn't have to shoot with their eyes closed if that was the case, right? That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Moving on. I'm gonna get up off of that. Religion and politics. I know we ain't supposed to be discussing that because shit get heated, but I just want to give my perspective on certain things that I feel like have been misconstrued. Y'all gotta break that conformist mentality in order to really go deep into yourself and jump on that soul ascension, jump on that spirit journey. Real shit. Like, until you tell yourself everything I learned, everything I knew up until now was a lie, you won't prosper on your journey. You're going to be on a loop. You're going to keep repeating the same part of your journey until you break down all the barriers that's been built up in you from birth until you realize, like, God damn, they've been lying to me. You see what I'm saying? It's mandatory. Even in the Bible, they speak on, in order to receive the Most High and the Savior, you have to be childlike in your spirit. That means you gotta be so innocent that you don't know shit yet. That's what I mean when I say you gotta take away that conformist mentality. You gotta drop everything they ever taught you, everything you ever learned, how life's supposed to be, how you supposed to act, what it's supposed to look like. You gotta strip that before you can rebuild yourself. Before you can find truth, you gotta dismiss a lie. Period. Before you can build a new foundation, you got to tear down the old one. Period. Keep that in mind, y'all. All right. Oh, where we at? What time? How long I've been talking to y'all? It's only been 40 minutes. My goal is an hour. I swear I can talk all day. So an hour 30 minutes max is my goal for each episode, all right? Y'all rein me in if I get too far. Next topic, good versus bad. Ooh. I don't believe in good and bad. The same way I don't necessarily believe in right and wrong. They kind of one and the same. You know what I mean? But a little bit different. Good and bad. First of all, I believe that reality is perception. Okay? So your reality can't be nothing more than what you perceive it to be. Right? With that being said, how can anything somebody say, think, do be good or bad if reality is perception? If I perceive my reality to be the sky is indigo blue, but you receive your reality to be the sky is actually light blue, the motherfucker's still blue. We just perceive it different. Ain't no right and wrong when we got free will. Ain't no good or bad when you got free will. You understand what I'm saying? How can anything be right or wrong when you can't tell that person how they see their situation? We can all look at this highlighter, right? Some people even called it a marker before I said highlighter. I felt it. We can all look at this motherfucker. It's the same thing we all looking at. But everybody gonna see it different. Everybody gonna have a different... If you say, what is this? I bet you 50 motherfuckers give you 50 different answers 50 different ways. And you can't say it's right or wrong. Because at the end of the day, how they perceive it is what it is. Moving on. Oh, but before I go past that, and who the fuck decides what's good and bad or right and wrong? Who? Let me know. I'll wait. A lot of people gonna say God. Which is true. It's absolutely correct. But Most High determines what's good and bad, right and wrong for you individually to help guide you on your journey. You can't tell the next motherfucker they right or wrong. That's not your job. That's like walking in the pick and save and popping somebody else's kid for knocking the shelf down the cereal. Who the fuck are you? That ain't your kid. You can't tell them that that's bad. You can't tell them that that's wrong. That's not your job. And that's why I don't do right and wrong, good and bad. I just say, oh, that's different. Okay. Well, do you, baby? Be safe while you're doing it. It's about respect, y'all. Y'all gotta respect other people's beliefs, opinions. Period. You ain't gotta agree. You ain't gotta like it. But why not respect it? That shit free. You want a motherfucker to respect you? Respect them. Right? Consciousness. Oh, let's talk about consciousness. Now, that fall into reality being perception. I'm not going to take too long on this because I can talk about consciousness all day long. And that's why earlier I did one of them. Like consciousness. My consciousness. Because for some reason, everybody think that to be conscious is to fit in this box. Like, you're not conscious if you don't believe this. You're not conscious if you don't believe that. What? That's why you don't ever hear me say, like, I'm a conscious motherfucker. I'm woke. No. I tell people to stay woke. But I just got a broad consciousness. But I ain't in that group who call themselves conscious, woke, all that shit. Everybody woke. Some people just chose to go back to sleep. You feel me? Some people just woke with their eyes closed. But everybody woke. Everybody knows something. Even if they don't fully look into it or fully know the details behind the situation, everybody knows something. Gotta make sure my battery ain't dying, y'all. I might have to cut it shorter than I anticipated. We almost did. But, yeah. I don't like that shit. I don't be liking that when people try to attack other people like, y'all motherfuckers is some coons. Y'all colonized minds. Y'all some slaves. Like, hold on, buddy. Everybody reached their point. Everybody reached their journey at their own pace. Period. Number one. Number two, if you was truly conscious, if you truly had a state of consciousness, if you truly had a conscious mind, you already know. 85% of this population ain't meant to open that part of their mind. Period. And the part I'm talking about is your pineal gland, aka your third eye. Everybody not meant to. And I'm going to keep referencing the Bible because I'm tired of people asking me, do I not believe in God just because I don't say God and Jesus? I know the Bible too. Hell, the devil knew the Bible. Stop. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. That's my last time I'm going to talk about religion. But what I was saying was, I forgot what I was saying. I was saying even in the Bible something. That be making me mad though, y'all. Y'all don't even understand. I hate it. But I guess I might as well get used to it. That's what they had told me. Like, motherfuckers finna be attacking you for real, now that truth coming out, nigga. But that's alright. Alright, back to consciousness. Yeah. I believe that in order to have a true state of consciousness, not only do you have to respect all beliefs, you have to study all philosophies, all ideologies. You have to have an understanding of each piece of the puzzle in order to get a collective conscious state of mind in order to open your consciousness and get a collective conclusion of the bigger picture. See, it's deeper than one religion. It's deeper than one idea. It's deeper than one philosophy. The reason is so many different ways to be conscious. There's so many different ways to worship and praise the Most High is because everybody has a different perspective. Everybody's environment is different. We products of our environments, period. Even if you breaking cycles and breaking generational curses, you will always be a product of your environment. You know what I'm saying? Your environment is what shaped you. It don't make you. It can break you, but it's what shaped you at the end of the day, no matter if you breaking cycles, changing, growing, elevating, whatever. At the end of the day, if you can't respect what everybody else believe and what everybody else doing, if you can't pull a little something out of everything you hear, then your mind not open. And if your mind not open, you ain't in no state of consciousness. To be conscious is simply just to have an open mind. That's it. Go look it up. Go look up the definition. When you lose consciousness, what happened? Your mind is shut down. It's not receiving. It's not putting nothing out. You unconscious. So to be conscious is to be aware. To be aware is to respect it. Period. So when all these Hotep motherfuckers and these Israelites get to pointing fingers like you wrong, you a coon for this, you ain't doing it right, stop. That ain't consciousness, nigga. That is not. Period. That's a closed-minded motherfucker trying to push an agenda, trying to get some notoriety, riding waves. Or they really are trying to open up their state of consciousness, but they just ain't go deep enough. Don't stop on one level. Go deeper. Take it as deep as you can go before you say, it's too much, nigga. I don't want to know no more. Listen to that intuition in all you do, no matter what it is. So, yeah, that's consciousness. All right, y'all. Ooh. I think we did good for our first rip, right? I think so. So, yeah, in conclusion, this whole episode was just to bring awareness to the fact that everybody is going to have their own definition for every word. Period. The English language was like, it is when they speak about Babylon in the Bible and how everybody was given a foreign tongue. English is the most confusing language because one word can mean 10 different things depending on the context that you use in it, right? I just want y'all to be aware as you move through life. If you serious about elevating as a spiritual being, keep your mind open. Not only should you keep your mind open, keep your level of respect open. Keep your heart open. I don't know sucker shit. I don't know goofy shit like you just walking around open-hearted, giving. No, that's dumb. Keep your common sense, but keep your heart open. Keep your mind open. Keep your eyes open. Everybody gonna look at the same thing different, and that's okay. As long as there ain't no disrespect involved, what's the problem with that? I just want us to grow. I want us to elevate as a people. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, like I'm gonna keep saying, like I've been saying, everybody can't go. This ain't for popularity. This ain't for likes. This ain't for views. This ain't for a motherfucker to start sharing me. This is to reach the people I'm meant to reach. It's time. This is the beginning stages of building a self-sufficient community. I'm talking about buying land. I'm talking about damn near getting so much land. Not just property, but the land the property sit on. And the fucking property. I want to get so much to the point where we got a motherfucking city, self-sufficient, schools, hospitals, all that shit. I forgot what I was watching. It was a show or a movie. It's a show. I think it's called 10 Star on Prime. Whatever the show is, it's this reservation, this Native American reservation where obviously they own their land. They got so much motherfucking land. Nope. I'm thinking of the wrong show. That one too, though. But that's obvious. All reservations. It's like their own community, their own land. It's like a little state inside of a state with all Native American reservations. But that ain't what I'm talking about. It's another show or a movie where I think it was a show where they was escaping the Amish life. Long story short, this group of Amish people had their own community. And I'm talking about, y'all, this community was so fucking tight-knit. They had their own police force. They had their own ambulances, hospitals, schools, churches, stores. Anything you needed, they had. But it was all community ran. It wasn't no Walmarts. It wasn't no Family Dollars. It was all community stores. All the products were either naturally grown, homemade by the community, or they imported it from other Amish communities. That's self-sufficiency. That's why I'm on this shit. That's what the Black Plain Jane stand for. We gonna get that motherfucking community. It might come sooner than I'm anticipating, but I'm giving it until 2024 at the latest. Jump in on the ground floor. I'm trying to tell you. But this ain't no shit where I'm like, give me money, put your money in. No. I just want to give you the game on how I'm doing it. I want you to see me doing it so you can do it too. First step is looking for the land. Anybody, cuzzo, I know you down there in Mississippi. Y'all let me know what's going on down there. Get at me, for real. I need some land down south. I need to find real land that we can cop, start building, or just a bunch of abandoned properties, whatever. Y'all see my vision though, right? It's finna happen. We finna get this community popping. But I'm gonna let y'all go. All right, I appreciate y'all who stuck in with me to the end. Real shit. Appreciate anybody who came through. Let me not say it like that, but I really do. I know I can talk a lot. And I'm thinking of ways to make it more interactive. We gonna get there. It's just episode 1. You know what I'm saying? Just catch this game. Ride this wave with me. We finna get real official, though. Don't even trip on it. So, yeah. As y'all walk through life, just remember, respect it. Put out what you want back. Don't bend, don't fold. Period. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who the person is, what the situation is. Stand on what you feel. Follow that intuition. It's real. You ain't tripping. Follow that gut feeling. That's the Most High speaking to you. And don't let no motherfucking body tell you anything you doing is wrong or sinful or bad or evil. How the fuck they know? Why they watching you? It's too many ways to get money in 2020, bitch. Go occupy your time. I had somebody tell me that the tarot cards was demonic. I said, oh, really? Huh. I ain't got possessed yet, so, we gonna make it do what it do. I ain't trying to be no tarot reader or nothing, but, I like to dabble. Like I said, I like to learn everything. If it sparks my interest, if it hit me in my soul, I'm gonna go look into that shit, and I'm gonna try it. You can't knock it until you try it, right? Stop letting these motherfuckers lead y'all astray. Understand that in the year 2020, our people, melanated people, are coming out of the prophesized oppression, the prophesized enslavement. That's why all this knowledge is flowing so freely now. That's why we all waking up like that. Eyes open, wake up. Everybody woke, as I stated, but that's why it's so many people like, oh, shit, yeah, it's time. It's time for us to take this shit back. So the ones that's meant to take it back, the descendants of the original people, the descendants of the 12 tribes, just because you black, just because you melanated, don't mean you are one of God's people. Don't mean you one of Most High's people. Let's clarify. Most High chose 12 tribes. Them 12 tribes are the ones he chose. That's not every melanated person. Understand that. That's why when I see all these people like, oh, when the black people gonna wake up? Everybody ain't gonna wake up. It's not possible. Go read your Revelations. Go read your Deuteronomy. Everybody ain't gonna wake up. And I just got turned on to Deuteronomy from a friend of mine. I'm gonna have his ass on the show too, because I just found out he low-key deep as fuck. Who knew? You understand what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you how he my friend, but my point is, take some time to get to know motherfuckers. You never know who you know, or what they know for that matter, right? Anywho, it's been real. I love y'all. What you mean, cuz? What you mean we already got land? You know I be out the motherfucking loop, girl. I'm just now living life. I just been existing all these years. I'm finally actually living. Finally stepping into the world. Get at me, cuz we gonna have to talk about this. You telling me I already got land? My ass will be down there next summer. For real. Alright. But anyways, peace, love, and light, y'all. Until next time. I'm about to post up the schedule for the podcast episodes. Let me know how y'all liked it though. Let me know anything y'all think I could do different. Anything I can add. Was the time cool? I really thought I was gonna do it in the morning. That was my original plan because I wanted to structure it like a morning show, like a morning radio show. But then I was like, maybe not, because I don't got it down packed yet to the point where a motherfucker can turn it on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 2-3 months in, once it's flowing and I can get somebody, a technical person to come and hook it up like that, I can do it like that. But for now, I was thinking of keeping it in the evening. Let me know. We'll talk about it. All right, family.